Good morning, everyone. Those that are here. uh, Rough night last night. Rough night. Let's see. Are we up? Are we running over here? Yes, we are up. We are running. 7 people in the room. You guys ever have one of those nights where you just can't sleep? You know what I mean? That was one of those nights for me last night. Couldn't sleep. Watch TV. Couldn't sleep. Turned off TV. Still couldn't sleep. My gulai. I need to download that app. They have the app where has sound. Listen to this sound. You'll be asleep within 15 minutes. But I'm awake. Had my coffee, and it looks like another rainy day. But anyways, enough about that. Slick Rick, how is Slick Rick doing this morning? I don't know where. San Francisco, California. I don't know what time it is there. What time is it there, Slick Rick? I got my fan on. Let me turn my fan on quick. There. Oh, I lost my camera. It says I lost my camera. Hang on. Technical difficulties here. There we go. Well, it switched over to that camera. It's not camera. Settings. Good God. There we go. Back to that camera. Glitch in the matrix. Start camera. There you go. Must be a glitch in the matrix. Jason Pike, good morning, sir. How are you? Everything is well at the 215. Everybody's awake Sunday. Nobody's working. Everybody's got the day off. Yeah, everybody has a day off. It's Sunday. Ricky USA, how is Ricky USA doing? How's everything where you're at? The Yankee Gringo, good morning from West Virginia. West Virginia Mountaineers, right? My first wife, her family was from West Virginia. Very nice down there. Down around outside Morgantown. Get the name of the little place they lived in, but beautiful area. They all hunt, they all fish. They were them West Virginians. The Red Hooker. Wow, great name. Good morning to you, the Red Hooker. Make sure this didn't switch over. There we go. All right. Good name, the Red Hooker. The Red Street Hooker. There's a good name right there. The Red Street Hooker. Sunset Travels. Good morning from AC. How you doing? How is AC? Heard it's very hot. Is it still very hot in AC? I know Hannah got here and she said it was very hot. Very hot. Now she's here and she's like, oh, this is great weather. Hasn't been that hot here. I mean, it is starting, it is summertime here, but for some reason it's not cooking hot down here where we're at. Rain though. Good God, we're getting rain like every day. Rainy season is supposed to be over. Must be some type of storm. Greeting from San Diego, wheezing coffin. I'm on mute. Am I on mute? I don't think I'm on mute. Let me check over here. No, I'm not on mute, according to that. 5:30 p.m. Okay, 5:30 p.m. where you're at, Slick Rick. Hey, good morning, Mike, our Philippines journey. How are you doing, Mike? Good morning, OPG. Your son says still muted. I muted. Biggest con in the house. Hang on. Let me check this quick. And, cancel. Continue. Sound is fine. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Sound is fine. Las Vegas in the house. Sound is fine. All right. I see and hear you fine. Good. I hear you fine. Good. Hi from Queens, New York. Planning to watch a Starlink video tonight. Looks like a good one. It was just a little short video that I figured I'd put out. But God, I didn't realize how sensitive some people are. You know, it wasn't meant to be no political statement or anything like that. It's just I'm a paying customer, and they raised the Starlink on me, and it is what it is. It was an attack on Elon Musk or anything like that. Good God, like I just don't get it. Like still to this day, like people are just so sensitive about things. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like where's the humor? Where's the comedy? You know, people can't even joke about things anymore without people just getting so wound up. Oh my God. One guy, I'm unsubscribing. And okay. I mean, geez, relax. Relax. Life is not, you know, I just don't get it. I really don't. That's what that was about. It raised my Starlink. I'm gonna go burn down my Starlink. Thomas, morning or afternoon or wherever you're at. Anchorage, Alaska, and just woke up from a nap. Awesome evening here. Never been to Alaska. Never been there. Beautiful. I mean, from what I see online, documentaries and all that, beautiful. Just beautiful. Pic is hilarious. Oh, hey, Mark. How you doing, Mark? Yeah, that picture was from when I first arrived here. That was like Lut and I were just getting together, and we took that in my first apartment that we rented up in Hensonville. Oh God, I was just thinking about that. Thinking about all the times I bought furniture and air conditioners and bed sets, and good, that was our first one. We sold some of that. Some of that went down to the province. Some of it I gave away. But yeah, that dates back. Curtis, good morning from Midwest America. Getting ready to travel to the East Coast. East Coast of the United States. You are, have a good time. Have a good time. You're going to the East Coast of the United States and you stop in Pennsylvania and you stop down around Philly, have a good cheesesteak. Or have a good cheesesteak. Take a photo and send it to me. Sometimes I just get these cravings for certain foods that I just miss from the States. And right now, one is a cheesesteak. I can find decent bread here. However, the meat is the problem. But yeah. But when I crave one thing, I'll find another thing to take that craving away. I'll discover a new meal or a new place to eat over in General Luna. The latest one is at French Bakery. Good God, that French Bakery is the best. They do croissants in there. I'm not going to lie. I like their little pastries they have. But I'll always discover something over in General Luna. Jim says, great finance video. Thank you, Jim. Um, you know what I left out of there? And I guess you could throw it under miscellaneous is my medication. But then again, that's something I take monthly. So throw another, I think it's around $80 in on that. A lot of times that does come, I mean, I don't allot that amount of money. We break it down. When we withdraw money for the month, my wife says, all right, here's for groceries, here's for electric, here's for this, here's for that. And then hands me my money. All right. She gives me an allowance with my money. Anyways, I take it out of there. And I call that, like the miscellaneous thing. But yeah, thanks for watching. And like I said, everybody's finances are different. Everybody's lifestyle is different. W says, watching any Phillies games there. I like access to MLB channels wherever I end up. W, I have a Fire Stick. Amazon Fire, or is it Amazon? Yeah. Amazon Fire Stick. And I download apps, sports apps. There's some free ones out there. And then there's some you can pay for. And on them sports apps, I'll have baseball. Like right now, if I turned it on, it would tell me which games are live, who's playing who, what events. I mean, you've got baseball, hockey, basketball. Right now, the playoffs in basketball are going on. I like watching it because my brother-in-law, Miguel, he follows basketball, football, NASCAR. If you're into soccer, like, or they call it football in the UK or Australia, it has all that. It has UFC, it has WrestleManias or pay-per-views. However, you have to watch it while it's being broadcast live. But yeah, that's what I use. And sometimes you might get a circle. Sometimes you might not. All depends on the internet. But that's how I watch all of my sports here. How much for a beer in bar Pattaya? Couldn't tell you, Mark. Couldn't tell you. 40% increase for Starlink is a lot all at once. Yeah, well, it is crazy. You think about it. You would think, all right, let me bump it up 10, maybe $10. They bumped it up over $20. But it's in the contract. They have the right to do that. Here's my thing. And I was thinking, and I used to do this when I had satellite dish, direct TV. They would offer all this free stuff, free NFL package for those that subscribe right now. And I'd be like, listen, I've been with you guys forever. Where's my free, where's my free package? I'd contact them. They'd give me the free NFL package. But my thing is, all right, why not? All right, you're locked in right now. Okay, that's your lock-in price. Anybody else that decides to get it now, their price is up here, bumped up. But like a lot of people said too, it's still cheaper than the States, Starlink here. And then when you're in a position like we're in a position where I don't have any other choice, I have to have Starlink, and I don't mind. I don't mind paying for it. But if the other competition comes onto the market, you never know. Then they'll decrease it, keep their people going. It is what it is. You are correct, Mark. Lighten up. Howdy from East Texas. Other state. Never been to Texas, but I like them Cowboys. John, man from nowhere and everywhere. Howdy from Oregon. Never been to Oregon. Furthest west I ever went was Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. The Starlink rant was hilarious. Glad somebody found some humor in it. I would say the majority of people that watched that Starlink video understood the humor. Others, they're just so, I don't know, butt hurt, you know, oligarchies. Well, if you haven't figured it out by now and you're new to the game, the rich have been running this world for years, years and years and years and years. Uh, I'll leave it at that. Glad to hear. I was afraid you might color your hair blue and pierce your nose. Yeah, blue is my favorite color. So yeah, maybe I should get a mohawk back, right? Harry Walsh. Hello from Deer Park, New York. How is Harry Walsh? Now, New York, I've been to New York, New York City, Northern New York. I can say I've been to New York. Victor C. Hello, Victor C. How are you doing today? I used to have a problem getting to sleep. Then I got a Wi-Fi. My brain had no problem sleeping. Fell asleep, slept to the content one-way conversation she had with herself. Then I got a wife. My brain had no problem sleeping. Fell asleep to that constant one-way conversation she had with herself. Ah, yeah. Joe Hardy. Joe Hardy, is that the Joe Hardy I know? Joe Hardy? Hey, Joe Hardy, is that you, Joe Hardy? The Joe Hardy I know. Because I do know a Joe Hardy that has Starlink, and he said his went up, and he's in the same situation I'm in. He lives northern Luzon on an island, and he don't have a choice. He has to get Starlink. There is no other internet provider over there. And and don't get me wrong. I mean, Starlink is great. You know, it does have its ups and downs. The problem it has is when it is cloudy and a heavy rain, it's in and out. It's in and out. It's hard to keep a signal. All right. But I mean, it could be a little cloudy like today, and I have good signal. Bright sunny days, no cloud in the sky. It's cranking. But it does have its ups and downs. But I'm pleased with it. I am pleased with it. Hey, Billy Pyro 2.0, hello from Cantatoon, Cebu representing. When was the last time you shopped at SNR? Online. Does online shopping at SNR count? Because you can go on to Lazada and you can purchase things through Lazada, which is through SNR. Matter of fact, right here. I haven't opened this yet. I'm going to show you my address. This right here. I ordered it. See if it came fragile, right? Fragile. This just came a couple days ago from SNR. But as far as going to SNR and shopping, a year. It's been a year since we moved down here. And when you do shop SNR online, they are limited to the things you can get. So yeah. I crave Taco Bell like crazy ever since Cinco de Mayo. Mark, there's a Taco Bell in, I think, Manila. You can go up to Manila, grab yourself some Taco Bell. Now, I don't know how good it is. I was never a Taco Bell person. I don't know. I never, I guess, liked it. You know, Mexican, even to make tacos and all, I just never was into tacos. I do like that shawarma. That shawarma that's over at that place over in Genoa. Like my mouth is watering thinking about it. Amazing. I think, you know, you're adding the chicken, you're adding the beef. It's a certain type of spice he is adding into the meat that just, oh, it's amazing. Yeah. Billy Pyro says, I miss Wendy's and Arby's. There's a Wendy's over in SM Clark. I ate there one time because I'm like, it's Wendy's. Let's go in and check it out. I told Lud, I said, Dave, the founder, Dave, he would be upset and pissed. That Wendy's tasted nothing like the Wendy's from the States. It was rather, well, let's put it this way. It did not taste like Wendy's. Arby's, I don't think there's an Arby's. I'll tell you what I miss. Hardee's. Talking food now. I'm going to get hungry. You are correct, Hillbilly Pyro. Jailbreak the Fire Stick. It's easy. Get it all free. And here's the thing. People say, what you're doing is illegal. It's illegal. All right, then why can I go on YouTube and people are showing me how to download all these different apps and what to turn on and what to turn off? And you see what I'm saying? Just have a VPN. Run it with a VPN. Chris Dillon, good morning from Samsonville, Daou. All right, where that is at. How is Daou doing? Chris Dillon. Dave says, hi, Philly. Dave from Norwich, UK. Love watching your province journey. Currently building a house in Masbate. Love the province life. Oh, thank you, Dave. Yeah, province life is not for everyone. Just like the city life is not for everyone. I'm enjoying it here. Look. Hey guys, look at that. And I don't do anything different. I'm not using trickery of the lights or trickery of anything. These have cleared up significantly. That tells you a lot. Can't blame it all on living in the city, the dark eyes, but kind of cleared up. But yeah, it's not for everyone. I enjoy it. You enjoy it. To each their own. Harry says, when are you going to stop building your own house and stop living off your in-laws? I couldn't live off someone else's home that another man built, not my style. I'm too independent to live off other people. Stop living off your in-laws. Yeah, I'm living off my in-laws. It's great that they just have like millions of pesos that they bring in every month where I can live off them. I couldn't live off someone else's. I couldn't live off someone else's home that another man built, not my style. I'm too independent to live off other people. Good for you, Gary. Good for you. To each their own. How do you know they're not living off me? How do you know I didn't pay to have this house built? Every house you live into, Gary, somebody built it. Just saying. Starlink in the U.S. is 120 for residents, 165 for Roam Mobile. I had the Roam Mobile when I first got the Starlink because I set it up in Luzon, and I traveled with it in a suitcase down here to the province and set it up here to make sure it worked. And then I went from the Roam to the, just the average basic package. But yeah. Mike says, Sunset Travel, use a Fire Stick into my smart TV. I pay a guy 1,500 pesos a month and it gets almost everything. Yeah. You could do that. There's people out there that will set your Fire Stick up and, give them a little bit of, money for their time and, to keep it updated. And, yeah, I do it all on my own. Like I said, I enjoy going online and learning about things and discovering things and kind of do it on my own. But yeah, there are people that will hook you up like that. Starlink price increases helps Elon Musk make up for the loss Tesla has taken recently. Yeah, it would suck to go from like 400 billion to 300 billion, right? Ah, John, man from nowhere and everywhere. I live in Oregon now. Grew up in Pittsburgh, PA. What are the other options for you there instead of Starlink, Fox Finding Life? For us, nothing. And when I mean nothing, I mean nothing. I have a cell phone here, right? And where we are here, we're like in a dead zone when it even comes to cell phone reception. I have to go up the road or down the road to get even a cell phone reception. So even if I went with like a plan through Globe or Smart, I still wouldn't be able to use it. Occasionally, it'll connect here. But our other option is nothing. They say they plan on running PLDT down through here. We'll see. If you go into General Luna, they have PLDT. If you go into DAPA, they have PLDT. But you got to understand something as you start moving outside of bigger cities, they haven't ran the internet. And that's what's sad because it's 2025. Internet is, I wouldn't say it's ancient, but it's old. And how can you compete in the world on a worldwide globe? You know what I'm saying? If you don't have internet nowadays, how can you compete? How can you stay connected? How can you run a business? I don't get it. I really don't get it. But I don't have an option. Steve McQuillan. Hey, Philly, long time follower, long time responder. Love you and Lutz Vlogs. Thank you, Steve. Thanks for following. Thanks for subscribing. Do you go back as far as My, the monkey? If you can say you remember My, the monkey, you've watched for a long time. As that is Joe Hardy. Yes, I thought that was you, Joe. Bulanow. KFC and CDO is horrible. Yeah, I was never a KFC fan. Yeah, I mean, we would eat there, but like even here in the Philippines, I think I went there once because I wanted to try their chicken sandwich, and I thought their chicken sandwich was pretty decent. Hardee's Frisco Burger. Why does the pepperoni taste so weird here? Good question. It does taste kind of weird, right? I thought it was just me, but you're right. It does. It has a different flavor. Now I don't know if it's where it's being bought, where it's being made. You know what I'm saying? Where it's being processed and where it's being shipped in from, but it does have like a different flavor. I'm not gonna say it's like gross, but it definitely does have a different flavor. Richard Taylor, I just got my star like 2 weeks ago and was so happy. Then the email here loud. It's really my only option. He is a dirtbag. Oh no, don't say that. Yes, he is. No, he isn't. Yes, he is. No, he is. Here's what happened to me when it came to purchasing Starlink. When I was looking to purchase Starlink, all right, because we were moving, I said, let me get this Starlink. It was 15,000 pesos. All right. They dropped it from 20 to 15,000. Like, I'm going to get this thing. Let me go get it. Let me go get it. Go up to the mall, go into the only place I know. What was that place? It's the only place that actually carried Starlink, and they had like a contract with Starlink. Um, I can't think of it. It'll come to me. I get in there. Hey, I'm here to buy a Starlink. Sorry, sir. Out of stock. The old famous words. Like, all right, when are you getting some in? We'll get some in a couple weeks. Give us your number. We'll call you. And you got to understand something. A lot of times, not every time, a lot of these places will say, oh, give us your number. We'll call you, right? So you give them your number. It just winds up in the trash bin behind the counter. Well, they did call me. Hey, we have Starlink. So the week I went in there to purchase the unit, the dish and everything, the special was off and I wound up paying full price. Yeah. Benjamin said, sounds crazy. Sounds crazy, but I miss Taco Bell here. Been here in the Philippines 6 years straight, not been in the States. Yeah, you get them cravings. Angelo, morning in Baguio, vacation, getaway. Any getaway plans? No, no getaway plans. Hannah's here. We plan on doing things here on the island. But as far as like getting away, getting off the island, finding something to, you know what I mean? No, not really. I mean, there's still a lot here that we haven't explored, you know, up north and different things. But no big vacation getaways. Bruce, hi, Philly. Everyone, good morning from Angeles City. Good morning, Bruce. Angeles City, how is Bruce doing? Right? What's the goof, Philly? You streaming same time as Geo? Is that all on purpose? Nah, I don't. I don't. I don't really follow people. I mean, unless I subscribe to you, like OPJ. I know when he's going to do a live. Um, who else? Um, the Ugly Tourist. Unless I subscribe to you, um, and know you're going to do a live, I don't. I don't compete. I don't have no desire to compete with other people doing live streams. Um, there's so many YouTubers out there. When you know, doing a live stream here, a live stream there. You can always go back and watch them again. Um, however, of course, you can't interact and ask questions. But I don't. I don't even. I even. I could tell you this. I haven't watched Geo in years. Like, there's nothing there for me. But to each their own. But no, I don't. I don't. I didn't do it on purpose. Not my thing. Let me compete with Geo or let me compete with whoever else. Nah. The fiber internet here is really good. Yeah, I mean, up in Angeles, we had Converge fiber internet, and it was decent. It was good. It was basically the best of the worst that you can get. Um, it was good, and I was told if you live in the city, don't bother to get Starlink because fiber internet is better. That's what I was told. I can tell you this much: if I still lived up in Luzon, or say I even lived in BGC, Makati, Cebu, wherever, I would probably get rid of my dish. Um, but that's what I was told. My net is much faster than it was in the USA. All right. David says, hi, folks. I'll be coming around to each of you to check your vaccine cards. Make sure your shoe matches your outfit. David, I'm not wearing shoes. I'm barefoot. Barefoot goes with anything, right? That's a good question. As a former retired prison guard, what's your thoughts about the recent 10 inmates that escaped from the New Orleans jail? 3 are caught, 7 still at large. Um, was it, I don't know. Was that county or was that state? Either way, escape. I only caught a brief on the news, a little bit about it. They're saying inside job. I can possibly see an inside job. The reason being, you would know as well as I do, your inner units, you've got a cell door that you go into and it locks at night, during the day, during head count and everything like that. So you got to breach that door. Most of your prisons nowadays are going to have cameras set up, CCTV cameras set up. Once you breach that door, you got to get out through the door that the unit is on. Then you got to get through multiple doors, at least in the prison I worked in, just to even think about getting out one of the doors, unless you wanted to climb the 20-foot tall concrete wall that went around the whole entire prison with 9 guard towers and razor wire and electric fence or electric detectors, motion detectors, and that guy up in the tower with a weapon. I don't know. Inside job, I don't know. They caught 3. They're still at large. What was our policy? You can use deadly force in the recapture of an inmate. That was a policy. That was a policy. They'll catch them. They will catch them. They've got guys tracking these guys down. Just hope that they don't commit another crime, hurt someone. You know what I mean? Because that, them trying to flee, getting desperate, and I just hope they don't hurt anybody in their desperate way of escaping or staying at large. They'll get caught. They will get caught, and I wouldn't be surprised if some don't come back alive. We'll see. We'll see. But they're saying inside job. Remember that one woman that helped that one inmate escape? Forget where that was. There was a documentary on about that. She fell in love. She found prison love. My internet in province is not good, but here in Angeles City, good. Yeah, Bruce. I don't know what you have, Bruce, if you have Converge, but they're okay. Good morning, Lucas Musser. How is Lucas Musser doing? I used to think dial-up was amazing, so I never complain about the internet. Yeah, guys, you guys, a lot of you are my age. Some may be older, but you remember when the internet first came out? Had that. You remember that? And then you would literally watch the page load. It would just, the line would come up and come up and come up and come up. And it was like really slow. And you thought it was like the coolest thing, right? And it would take minutes to upload. And then you would click the button again to see something else. And then, remember that? These kids nowadays don't know what it's like not to have internets and cell phones. Saying the pepperoni, it tastes more like ham, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, SNR pepperoni on their pizza is okay. You know how pepperoni, when you cook it or when it's on a pizza, You know how it gives off that greasy look? If it's not giving off that greasy look, there's something wrong with that pepperoni, right? Ah, where are we at? Hang on a second here. Let me got to quick do something here. I went to Western Union for a week and they had no money. I got frustrated and asked them, why are you open? This is a money exchange, right? Then I just had to laugh and walk away. LOL. You know, um, money exchange, money sender. Um, do we have a Western Union? Yeah, we have a Western Union here. Uh, I don't think nobody really, I think people here use more Employer and Palawan in this area than Western Union. Because the Employer and Palawan here are, they always seem to be people there. When I drive by Western Union, there's not many people there. Um, but yeah, we do have one. I was just thinking, yeah, we have one here. We have only one. We have multiple Palawans. We have multiple. What's the other one? Employers. They're just like the popular ones here, just sending and receiving money. Oh, Redneck and Panay got an email from Netflix today. It's a tariff. Elon is covering for his buddy's trade war. John Allen. John Allen, how are you? Good morning. Coming up on a trip number 10 and thinking of paying you a visit. John, let us know. You are more than welcome. We would love to meet up with you again, John. Um, it's very nice, very relaxed down here, John. Um, let us know. Let us know. Can't say I've ever been told no money at Western Union. Ah, the Netflix raised its new tax. The PI put on streaming. Yeah, that was a. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the U.S. had dinner with Mako and Pappy at Drake's Hotel before I left. Marco sober. Marco sober. U.S. in U.S. had dinner with Marco and Pappy at Drake's hotel before I left. Marco sober. See, Marco was sober. Well, I think he's on the. I think he's not drinking anymore. I don't know. I don't know. Last time I seen Marcos, good God, he was trashed. Doc remembers that. Um, but hey, good for him if he's not drinking anymore. Um, I think it'll make his life a little easier. Hello from Houston, Texas, a traveling monkey. Filling the Philippines. I think I'm going to move my lives to Saturday 8 a.m. Hey, Mike, what if that's what is easiest for you? Like I said, I always check to see when you're going to do it. If you put it up in advance, I think put it in advance a day or so because I don't want to put it up and then all of a sudden you put yours up. But hey, whatever works. I mean, and like I said, it's you have so many people doing lives. It's you can't everybody can't have a slot. There's no all right. This is my slot. This is my slot. But whatever works for you. Gio abandoned his 4 kids. Don't know. Maybe he did. Don't know. Last few days, my Converge has been giving me crap download speeds. They're supposedly fixing it. Yeah. I over at our place in General Luna, they have PLDT, and we don't pay. Our landlord lets us, use his internet stuff. But the other day we went over there just for a day. We went over there, hung out, ate, slept overnight, and the internet speed on that PLDT was terrible, terrible. I couldn't even get my screen to load on the TV for Fire Stick. Like my Fire Stick wouldn't even connect, and then it gave me a thing that said connection like one. It was terrible, and but it happens. It happens. GR, how is GR doing? GR Gypsy Roads in the house. GR. Your Phillies and Mets are in a tight race. Go Mets. Go Phillies. Come on. I'm sorry, I'm behind. I'm trying to get everybody's. Hi from Vegas, Philly. My fiance, she is from the Philippines. We're getting married this month. We both love your channel. Thank you. Thank you for watching our channel. So you're getting married this month. Are you in the Philippines getting married? Or is your fiance in Vegas? Either way, congratulations. Um, what is your plan? If you're getting married here in the Philippines, what's your plan? Are you going to retire here? Are you going to bring her back to Vegas? Or are you here? But either way, congratulations on your upcoming marriage. Why do cops usually rest their hand on their collar instead of their pant pockets? Rest their hands on their collar? I'm not sure what you mean, Luke. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm missing it. Jesus loves you means something else in prison. Billy says prison guard is kind of an insult. It's officer to get my journeyman in corrections. Took 3 years apprenticeships, 9 weeks academy, and sworn by the governor of the state. Prison guard, correction officer. We had 2 months at the academy. Yeah, 2 months. And was it 2 months? I'm trying to think now. 5, 6 weeks. We had 6 weeks at the academy. And we didn't get sworn in by no governor or anything like that. We were considered civil servants. That's how it fell under. But 1 year as a trainee, and then after that, you became a correction officer 1. And then, of course, you could work your way correction officer 2, lieutenant captains, majors, deputies, superintendents. But each state is different how they have the prison system set up when it comes to correction officers. But yeah. Sorry, sir, out of stock. I have IPTV that costs 600 pesos a month. That allows me to watch any North American sports team live games for Phillies to Flyers and 76ers. IPTV? I have to check that out. IPTV. Hello, Brian from Ventura, California. Hello from Kansas, Bobby. Matt and Mel. Hi, Brian. Matt and Mel are from ages ago, married, now living in New Zealand. Matt and Mel. I remember you guys. Yeah, Matt and Mel. Yeah. The name, I'm trying to bring a face to the name, but I do remember you guys, Matt and Mel. I just don't remember your face. Does that mean I still remember you? The name, Matt and Mel. Any chupacabra sightings in Siargao? Nah. No Oswog sightings lately. All right, Mike, take care. Thanks for stopping in. She's got the big to-do list. And have a good day, Mike. Have a good day. I know I'm probably way behind. Lucky Girl Panay, how are you doing? Watching from New York. I'm way behind. All right, I think I'm caught up. There is no divorce in the Philippines, except, yes, correct. No divorce. What do they call it? I can't even think. Like I said, when I started this video, I had my sleep last night was terrible. I had a hard time sleeping. Annulment. There it is. Annulment. Oh, your prison was under the Department of Military Affairs. All right. Was that military? So you were military? You worked in a military prison. Is that right? Sort of like Fort Leonard, Leavenwood. That's military, right? Oh, yeah. Hang on. I think, yeah. Maybe I get it now. Yes, Fort Leavenworth. That's it. Fort Leavenworth. Hey, Joe says world remit to Gcash from USA. Vulcan great. Vulcan great pay with debit card. Two Bear says, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the camera right now. If you're a foreigner and you get married in the Philippines, you, the foreigner, can divorce your partner, but she cannot divorce you. That is the only exception to the divorce rule. Now, Two Bears. Two Bears. If you get married, from my understanding, like Lut and I were married in the United States, all right? We come over to the Philippines, we live here. Heaven forbid, if Lut and I decided to get divorced, I can file for divorce through the United States, get the divorce finalized in the United States, and then it will be represented here in the Philippines. But if you get married in the Philippines, I don't think you can, if you get married in the Philippines under Philippine law, you still fall underneath that, even if you're a foreigner, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Uh-oh. All right, let's entertain Mike's Philippine journey. Billy, you really upset me. Mike's Philippine journey, or Mix. Why do I upset you? I'm going to wait for your answer. And then once I get your answer, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. But I don't want to upset Mix Philippine journey. That's one guy you don't want to make upset. My girlfriend keeps talking about marriage after divorce. It's hard to want to get back into. I understand, Hillbilly. Um, I do. Of course, when I got divorced, I'm never getting married again. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Happen. Guys get divorced, and some guys, they just I'm not gonna get remarried. You know what I mean? And then there's guys that they say the same thing and they get remarried. You know, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. The thing is, you picked the wrong one. That's all. That's all. You picked the wrong one. Um, it happens in life. You know. Bruce says, even if married in the PI, the American can go home and get divorced. If he brings the papers back to his ex-wife, she can get the divorce recognized as well and be divorced. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I always thought if you got married here, they didn't recognize it. Even if married in the Philippines, the American go home and get the divorce. And if he brings the papers back to his ex-wife, divorce recognized as well and be divorced. All right, there you go. I didn't know that. I always thought it was how I was always. Hey, Clyde Seaside, how are you doing? Glad you joined. Yes, you can divorce in U.S. or Australia from a Philippines divorce. All right, there you go. Been here 10 years. Didn't know that. Like I said, I always thought it was you couldn't. Philippine with Philippine, yes. All right. Since Miyix couldn't give me why he's mad at me, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. I don't know what I'm going to do today. Like I said, Anna worked. Anna, she went to work the second day after she got here. My brother-in-law works over in General Luna. His company books trips, like island hopping tours and booking hotels and different things like that. And he got her a job there on the computer, doing computer work and stuff like that. And so she's been over there for the past couple days, and she gets paid. She's enjoying it. But of course, if we want to do something, she will miss work. But she likes it. She's a very smart, intelligent when it comes to things like that and catching on. What are they paying her? 500 pesos cash every day. It's a little money in her pocket, but she's enjoying it. It's funny. I got up this morning, went downstairs, and there she was out back. She got the bucket of water. She's got her clothes. She's scrubbing her clothes like they do, wringing it out, washing it out. Yeah. Normal daily rate in the Philippines. Yeah, 500 pesos. It's like a part-time thing. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't work, you know, 10, 12 hours a day like a call center or something like that. She, works and, goes and grabs something to eat and relaxes. But yeah, shoot and scoot. Clyde Seaside says, you can even take a married Philippine with the appropriate paperwork to Guam, claim citizenship after being there for 7 days, and file for a quick divorce. I didn't know that either. Didn't know that. Can you put caption on, please, as mom is hard hearing? I don't think I could put captions on a live stream. I don't think I can. Anyways, guy. Nah, I'm not bereaving the loss of the chicken, but I still get up every morning and think about my little buddy. He's come running up, da 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 da. Yeah. But anyways, I am going to wrap this one up. Thanks again for uh, joining the live stream. Thanks for all your great comments, great questions. Appreciate it. Really? That's why you're mad? Yeah. All right, guys, I am going to wrap this one up. Take care. Have a good day wherever you're at. Have a good night. If you're back in the States, go eat some Taco Bell if you like it. Go to Hardee's. Go to Hardee's and get a good Hardee's breakfast meal and think of me. Yeah, no caption on live stream. I didn't think so. So, all right, we shall talk to you later.